Alright, we're back on this world, a world that we are getting quite familiar with, a creepypasta world. This is what I'm calling it. I'm calling it the creepypasta world because we have like a campfire here. We're slowly expanding this world, building on it, making it unique and different in its own way while we look over some of the scariest stories in all of Minecraft. Welcome aboard to a brand new Minecraft video. Here on this channel, if you've never been on this channel, we upload scary Minecraft videos or scary videos in general. Sometimes we do step outside the Minecraft box. It's rare, but it does happen. So there's content here for everyone from time to time. Now, these videos have been doing quite well, and I have had such a blast making them, so I wanted to look at another one today, a creepy one that we may even have to check out personally ourselves in the future. That is the creepypasta known as The Forest. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's creepy, isn't it? You're in a Minecraft forest right now, and you're about to read something about a forest. I agree. But apparently, this is about a world that showed up on someone's PC, someone's computer, without them ever creating it, which I can't imagine how weird that is, because like personally me for Minecraft, I have like 100 worlds on my computer that's just lined up. I could go back and play any of them, and like I probably have like 103 right now, but if I signed on today and I noticed there was 104 and there was a recent one that I did not create, I would be like, okay, did I create this while I was sleeping? Did I sleepwalk in here and create a world that I'm not aware of? Or where and how did this appear? Well, that's kind of what this story takes on today, but be sure to hit the like button if you guys are watching today. If you want to see more scary Minecraft content delivered to you on a day-to-day basis or every other day, hit the like button. I do strive to get content to you guys as much as possible, and I've been doing this for so long. It is absolutely nuts, but I do enjoy it, and I'm glad people get enjoyment out of viewing it. Now, with that aside, let's dive into today's video, but before we do that, I do want to perhaps add some additions to this world here. We have our little campfire here, right? And we need to add something more to it, but what is it missing? We have our tent, our campfire. Perhaps it's missing a nice table. We can put a little table here, right? So what's the best way to make a table, I wonder? Pressure plates is usually what people use for tables. So I figured let's make like a little table right here, actually. We could probably just do this. Oh, it's raining. Brilliant. And that's a little table, which I think is good. Now all we need to do is go get our signs real quick. And then maybe some stairs for the chairs. When are they actually going to add normal chairs? Or have they already? And I'm just... I was never informed. Okay. Alright. Let's put our chairs here. Come on. There we go. Add a little... Oh my god, that is wrong. Oh, what? Don't mess with me like that. Oh, and I think to add a better... Want to do that? Yes, that looks good, folks. Now, I will admit, this is a lot larger of a table than I wanted it to be, but hey, it is what it is. And I guess, honestly, we could just tilt all the land here. Because, why? Oh, I can't tilt the land with that? Oh, that's tricky. Okay. There we go. Little campfire. We got a nice table here for now. I don't know if the table is going to work. We might end up removing it, to be honest, but it's something different. I like to add a little bit of something extra each one of these episodes. So now let's get started with the story today. One day I was browsing some of my older worlds, wanting to clear up some space on my hard drive when I saw a world I did not recognize. It was named Forest. F0R3ST. I opened it and spawned in a very thick roofed forest. There was a small clearing with gravel in the center. I could hear footsteps coming from the forest. As I walked into the darkness, I could hear the footsteps getting louder. I walked backwards and exited the world. I was too terrified to tackle this on my own. I needed some friends on this. So I called up a few of my friends on Skype and told them about the incident. We decided to explore the world together. We had a mod which allowed us to friend Minecraft users enjoy their land games from far away, so I re-entered the world in open land, and all my friends joined. Alright, that was a little weird. I heard something creepy behind me, and I was like, what just happened? Okay, so anyways, a ton of his friends joined in, and they're talking amongst each other, and then they're deciding if they're going to go off into the forest. Sir, why are you walking? The down drowns, whatever they're called, are so creepy when they're walking. Okay. Picking off. Okay, let's split off into the forest. If you see anything, notify us and we'll come back to you. I said, as we walked into the woods. It was the middle of the day, yet the forest was pitch black like night. I was scared, and I could tell that my friends were also scared. Whoa, what is that? Silent Stalker said. We're coming towards you, said a player called 3X0DU5. Exodus, as we'll call him. What? It looks like a player. I'm almost there. Then, as they're talking, Silent Stalker's voice cuts out. Are you still there? Your voice cut out in Skype. No response. I pressed Alt, and it showed all the players. Silent Stalker wasn't there. It didn't even say he left the server. He was just gone. Then the other players are fiercely trying to disconnect, and they cannot disconnect from the server no longer, and they continue to hear footsteps. One of them go along us saying, I think it might be coming after me. So they continue seeing footsteps. They then see a sign that says, behind you. And then the player that seen or spotted that sign, Exodus, cut out and disappeared. On the game, the log of the game, the chat log, it says Exodus was slain by a bunch of weird text coding. So, of course, as anybody said, they said they're leaving the forest, they're going back to safety, but as each and every single player tries to leave the forest, they start hearing the footsteps. Everyone clearly wants to get out of the forest, get to safety. It was nighttime, and they were terrified to what happened to each of their friends as they're starting to disappear, and footsteps are appearing around them. But then all of a sudden, every single footstep stopped. As many of the other players agreed to stop, they said, we can't. We have to go back and find out what this thing is. But what about Silent and Exodus? Multiple of them getting separated and then destroyed. Well, they all agreed and went in as a group, fearing for their lives. They walked deep into the forest, not knowing if it turned day or not. The weird thing, though, there was no mob spawning. It wasn't on peaceful, but they kept hearing footsteps. Some close, some far, always there. We felt that we were being watched. We came to a stop near a sign. It had a bunch of weird symbols on it, and the trees beyond that point were covered with these signs, all exactly the same. As the front of the group turned back, we saw it. It was a player. A negative version of the Steve skin, except with no eyes. Not like Herobrine, where it had blank eyes. It had no eyes. I could see the trees behind it. When I looked at its eyes, it was standing there behind the person of the group. And that is terrifying, folks. That is definitely terrifying. I don't know about all of you, but I've never heard of an entity like that one. So it was like Herobrine, but you know how with Herobrine, like the eyes are glowing, right? Like the eyes are just glowing. He's beaming in at you. It's terrifying. Okay. Well, this one, the eyes were all blacked out, hollow, and from what this player is saying, he could see through the entity, right? Like his eyes were just hollow, and if anything, probably black, and you could see through it because the forest is so dark and just like this abyss, this void that they found themselves in. Now, see, this is why I don't like Roofed Forest in Minecraft. Like, I just don't like them. Every time I encounter them, it gets creepy, it gets weird. And I don't like the fact that they're so dark, you can't see the sunlight. It's just one terrifying event after another. And I tell you, I don't like where it usually goes. And this story just kind of plays to that fear. And if anything, I can tell you guys, stay away from Roofed Forest in Minecraft. And if you are ever playing Minecraft and all of a sudden you notice in your worlds, on your game files, like you're looking through your worlds and you see a world called Forest, which is F0R3ST, do not click on that. I do not care. Do not click on that. It's scary. Here's what I want to do. Maybe. Just maybe, guys. Because every time I get these creepypastas, I want to check it out for myself, you know? I get really intrigued about it, and I'm just like, duh. What if I check that out with the subscribers? What if we team up and we check it out ourselves? What would we find? Because I'm kind of interested to find this all black-eyed, Herobrine Steve-like entity. Am I weird for wanting to find that? Probably. Anybody in the right mind would be like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to find that. I think I'm going to stay away from that. Oh, this could be weird. This could be really weird. If you guys, if this video gets a ton of likes, you guys want me to return, you want me to check out the forest world myself, I might just put that in the seed and see if we find any roof forest, see if anything weird is around it, or if we encounter anything weird. It could be very scary. But with that aside, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, enable post notification, and ring the bell, make it go ding. I upload every single day, usually, sometimes, maybe not all the time, if I'm traveling or something. Usually if I'm traveling, you guys can guarantee that sometimes maybe it won't be daily, but who knows? All right, I usually try to keep you guys informed, but I also, most importantly, try to keep you guys supplied with content, never endlessly. So yeah, with that aside, thank you guys. Be sure to buy your merch, links in the description. I didn't even mention that. I don't think I've mentioned that in the past few videos, but we do have it. It does help when you guys buy that. So, yeah. You can also become a channel member. You get some like additional perks and stuff for doing that. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.